Guys, the Basic Brick here. Today going to be doing a hashtag save TF2 video. As you can tell from the title, a little bit of a different video today, but I just wanted to participate in this social media peaceful protest event, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to put the link to the Lay Epic Reddit thread in the description below if you want to find out more about it, if you want to participate in it. It's very simple. Just make something, anything, a video, Twitter post, Reddit post, Instagram, any social media account, basically. You can even go on, I don't know, go on MySpace, alright? This is TF2 we're talking about. You know, it's an old game. Maybe go on MySpace and say hashtag save TF2. I don't even know if MySpace is still up. Is it? I don't know, and I'm too lazy to check. I want to record this video, but all joking aside, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, what TF2 means to me, and why I want TF2 to be saved. Obviously, I like TF2, you know, it's kind of the reason I'm doing videos on this YouTube channel. At least most of my videos, you know, they're TF2 related. It is my favorite game, so of course I'm going to want TF2 to be saved. I got Team Fortress 2 in 2013, early May of 2013, so yes, it has been officially 9 years since I've owned this game. I knew about TF2 a little bit before I got it, I think I learned about it in 2012, but I just didn't get it until I was a 12-year-old, and I got my own laptop, and then eventually I installed it about a couple weeks after my birthday. Learned about it from my middle school friends, and they're to blame for my TF2 addiction. I got hooked on it pretty much immediately. I'd played first-person shooters in the past. I played, I think, PlanetSide 2, and this, like, weird, like, Unity kind of Roblox. It wasn't Roblox, but it was kind of like Roblox. It was like a mix of Counter-Strike and Roblox. It was weird. Some, like, Korean Unity game. I'm completely forgetting the name of it, but yeah, I had very little experience with FPS games, and TF2 was really the first one I truly got invested in, and that I fell in love with, and it's become my favorite genre. I'd played Valve games previously, you know, Portal. TF2 is what really got me into the rest of Valve's catalog. I became a huge Half-Life fan, huge Left 4 Dead 2 fan, even Counter-Strike for a bit. I did play Counter-Strike Global Offensive for a couple years, and from like 2016 to 2018. But yeah, a lot of good memories were made, not just in TF2, but in games that TF2 exposed me to. At least according to my Steam hours, TF2 is my most played game, and it probably is. Minecraft might be up there. It might be a little more, maybe a little less. I played that so much when I was like an 11-year-old. But at least in terms of quantifiable hours, TF2 is by far my most played game, and there's a good reason for that. There is so much depth to this game. There's so much shit to do. It's a game I never get bored with. And when I do get bored with it, I come back to it a week later. I mean, the amount of technical skill you have to learn. I have so many hours in the game, and I still suck at a lot of different things in it. I mean, for the longest time, I couldn't even snipe in the game until I got a good enough monitor. Rocket jumping, for instance, has the gameplay in the background. At least it should be. It should be some rocket jumper gameplay. Is probably one of the most fun things that I've learned in any sort of video game. It's taken me forever, but I've got down a pretty consistent, you know, level of skill in terms of rocket jumping and market gardening. It's a ton of fun, man, and TF2 has so many different play styles, different ways to play the game. Obviously, pubs are my preferred way to play, but I will occasionally sit down and play some of the stupid game modes that the TF2 community has created over the years. There's just so much good shit to do. Speaking of the community, honestly, the TF2 community, at least in my eyes, is probably one of the nicer gaming communities, at least that I've experienced. Obviously, there's plenty of toxic people in the TF2 community, but this community really doesn't have the issues that I've experienced in other communities, you know, with like racism and bigotry. Obviously, there's, you know, bad apples in any community, but I feel like TF2, the community is very welcoming, even welcoming of new players. I know it used to not be that way, but honestly, for most of the time that I've played the game, I feel like everybody in the TF2 community gets along for the most part. Obviously, there's fighting and shit, but it could be so much worse. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not great. There's no perfect gaming community, but for how big the TF2 community is, I am genuinely surprised at how not toxic it is, especially for its size. Again, that could just be my personal experience, but honestly, I really have not had any issues with this community. Outside of them not knowing how to let a joke die. Honestly, that is my biggest issue with the TF2 community, is like the bronies back in the day and like the JoJo fans of nowadays and like not letting jokes die. That's like my biggest issue with the TF2 community. It's total surface level. It's not a big deal. I have so many good memories of playing this game, you know. For the first time I got my gibbous, my first hat, I dominated a guy, I think in the first 10 minutes of playing some like M1 Pyro, and I was playing Scout, and I got the gibbous, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I got an ugly ass top hat with a ghost hanging out of it. This is so cool. There's been so much that I've experienced in this game, so much fun times I've had, from, you know, being a 12-year-old up until now being a 21-year-old. I've had so much fun. TF2's been honestly around for almost half my life now, which is crazy to think about. And that's what, you know, makes the current state of the game so sad. This is not a dead game by any means. There's still so many people playing it. And when you do get into a game without bots, it's fun. It's still fun. The core of Team Fortress 2 is still a great game. The problem is there are a very select few pieces of shit who are ruining it for everybody. And unfortunately, the company that made this game is Valve, a company that I have a lot of respect for in certain ways. I think they do great in terms of how they treat their developers, but holy shit, I think they're probably the worst company when it comes to treating their consumers right. I mean, this is a free-to-play game, yeah, but Valve is still making so much money off of it, and they pretend it doesn't exist. This is their weird work culture, which I do think is, again, good for the developers, but you need to have people working on this game, alright? Hire new people, Valve. It's seriously not that hard. You are one of the richest game companies in the world. You can do it. I know you can. You don't have that much people working for you. There's a lot of space, alright? There's a lot of people who would work on this game for free, alright, that you could hire. Anyway, guys, that'll be the end of this video. I kind of just wanted to, you know, throw my hat into the ring when it comes to this Save TF2 event. Do I think it's going to work? Let's be real, no, it probably won't. But it's worth a shot, okay? We're not going to all die if we participate in this, okay? There's zero downsides to participating. There's zero downsides to going on Twitter and saying, hey, Save TF2. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you dislike it too. I'm the Basic Brick, and TF2 forever.